Good morning, traders. Good morning, Bob Peterson, Rick Shelton, Alfredo, Dennis, who loves lunatic, Mr. Rodriguez, Two Stray Dogs, Scott, Bill VW, Hamrick, Bob Smith, Sandra McKay, and everybody that showed up. Adam, Brian, Stephen, looks like you guys are ready to go. Not seeing much this morning. Good morning, Dan. I saw Grom moving this morning, but it looks like it's died since then. GROM is in the low float scanner this morning. We'll see what happens at 6. If you're new here, we'll be watching this volume spike indicator. Once these numbers take off, we click on them and verify them on the chart if we want to buy them or not. So we sit here every morning and watch these numbers, sip our coffee, and wait for the next one to pop up. We don't go searching for stocks, they come to us. Good morning, Bob Smith and Gil. About 2 minutes to go. Good morning, Tamimi. Less than 60 seconds. Hopefully something will fire up for us this morning. Make sure your volume spike indicator is set to 0.0. That's these two lines here. Click apply and OK. Make sure your chart's set on EXT so your trades will execute. Good morning, SB and Kenneth. Good morning, Ben. Here we go. This is Grom. It was moving earlier this morning. Don't know if it'll go back up there to 256, but it might. We'll see if it can hold on. That 256 was pre-market high. It's trying. Still trying to get there. It's kind of struggling. Not a whole lot of buyers in this one. Good morning, MB and Alex. Nothing else moving this morning. LVGN. We may be on a pullback here. Also not seeing a lot of volume coming in. They may push it up, we'll see. I'm still trying. LVGN trying to get back to that 385. Don't know if it'll make it. We do have a bullish spike in this candle. We do have buyers outnumbering the sellers. Seems to be struggling like Grom. Moving averages look nice. They're pointing north, but they're rolling over at the top. I see Grom down here in the low floats not doing anything. Well, that wasn't too impressive of an open. Good morning, Yolanda. Thank you, Alex. I am doing fine. They did schedule my surgery. It's next Friday, not this coming Friday. So maybe it's just an in and out, and I'll be back on Monday. That would be great. Thank you, Alex. So 2 week stocks this morning, Grom and LVGN. They couldn't seem to get back to their highs from pre-market. Well, week start. This does not look like a pullback. It looks like a failure. Thank you, James, and good morning. BFS making a move here. Very low volume because I'm clicked on the other indicator that we were testing. I've got it down below this morning so I don't confuse anybody. Want to keep you focused here for now. The greatest tool ever right there staring at you. Good morning, Robert. Well, there's definitely going to be some surgery. I just hope it's minimal. They're mainly going in to look around from previous surgeries to make sure everything is still good. So I'm praying for the in and out. Nothing was wrong. More of a precautionary measure. Robert, I will be doing a video on it. I'll probably launch it on the weekend with a full explanation. LVGN still pulling back. Prom lost its gains. BFS kind of laying flat. Volume. Good morning, Robert. You are welcome, Robert Pro. Well, I was kind of hoping for a stock this morning. I was ready to push the buy button. So if you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Right now we're watching this volume spike column. Whenever they take off here, we click on them and then we take them over to the chart and see if we want to buy them or not. Right now it's saying do not get in. We got some downward arrows. Well, not much of anything moving this morning. Yeah, it must be under my radar. Must be under 25 cents. I'll take a look at it. We don't have anything else to look at. WNW. Yeah, my threshold is 25 cents. This is way under 25, so it's not going to show up over here. But if you're a penny stock player, you can always adjust your pre-market scan prices down to that level and pick these up. You can actually start at 0.001 if you wanted to. Good morning, Bo. It could maybe be the Asian market. I don't know. You'll have to look up when all of the exchanges around the world open. WNW, that's a lot of work for 3 pennies. From 15 to 18. I'm not seeing OKYO moving on my screen. It's right here. It says bearish. That tells me it's falling. Yeah, if it's not moving in this column, there's no sense in even going to check it, especially if it's going bearish and falling. LVGN still falling. OKYO is dropping. VFS is barely moving. No volume whatsoever. GROM lost all of its profits. Nothing moving in the spike column. Nothing yet, anyway. If they're going to move, they'll be right here. I saw FEMY moving this morning. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, it's moving the wrong way too. Let's take a look at the SPY, see where the SPY is headed. Zoom out to a 15-minute picture. Kind of floating along sideways. Guess that's better than straight down. I'm seeing LVGN trying to creep up here. Let's try something a little different here. Let's get rid of the volume spike on this column. Let's go with the Momo. See what happens. That way we're on two different charts. You can watch right along with me. So if you see these numbers start increasing, they'll start moving before we get a volume spike. Let me put it over on pre-market as well. And we can move this one over to all stocks. Greg, I haven't released it. I need to test it before I put it out there. I want to make sure it doesn't cost me money because I don't want it costing you money. So far, it seems to be doing really good. But I test them for a few days before releasing them. So if you weren't here yesterday, this column is looking 30 minutes back. So anything that's been slowly creeping up for the last 30 minutes, but not yet strong enough to trigger a volume spike, they're going to show up down here. It's kind of an earlier warning. We can catch them before the spike. At least that's the plan. And it seems to be working. So it gives a rating to the stock from 10 to 100. And that's identifiable by color, the lightest color to the darkest color. So there's 10 colors here from light to dark. I think the last one is dark red. To Mimi, this is an indicator. It's not a scan. Slow crawlers is a scan. This one's just watching out for movers. Anything that moves. Yes, sir, Bob. You sure can. You can use these two indicators on any time frame. You can see LVGN is creeping up here in the numbers, but it's not spiking up here. So it is catching what's moving. Slowly crawling up. Then it pops up here. So we had advance notice down here before it popped back in on here. No, it's under testing only. Thank you, Greg. That one went through a lot of testing and it works. That's why I like to test them. If I just create something, that's not a guarantee that it's working. It has to work for everybody, not just what I see. I like for these things to prove themselves without me telling you, hey, look, this works. I don't want to have to tell you that. I want you to load it and it's working. Let the indicator prove how good it is. That's how I think. If it can't show promising results, it doesn't need to be handed out there. So you can see it's at the first color. It's on white. So really nothing's moving or barely moving. I mean, this is really what everybody on ThinkorSwim should be using. They shouldn't be searching for stocks anymore. They should be setting up these simple scans and loading these indicators and letting their computer do the work for them. Instead of researching, wasting lots of hours trying to find something to buy tomorrow. That was always the boring part of trading to me. Then it was more or less a guess by the time the next morning came. You are welcome. So if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who works from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. and I write my own scripts. The first script you're looking at is the volume spike indicator. It's watching volume movement, buyers and sellers. The moment the buyers come in, this indicator will turn green and it will give you a percentage. Once that happens, we click on that stock. We come over here and I've created this pullback strategy. So we get a spike here. We confirm a crossover of these two moving averages, which are the 5 and the 13. We monitor this current candle. Let's say all of these aren't here and we just now found it. This tall green candle is going to have a label up here that says bullish or bearish. In this case, it was bullish. Down here, we're watching the overall volume of the stock. Is there more buyers than sellers? Because if you're buying, you want to know that the buyers are taking over. In this case, they're selling. We want to confirm that the stock has lots of volume in the current candle. And you can see that in this indicator here. And we like to see that this total is greater than the last bar's total, so that we know more buyers are coming in. This is our pre-market scan. You set it up one time. It's watching the entire market. And as stocks come up from the bottom, if they have a volume spike, they're going to pop up here to the top. A lot of people get confused because I have them display only 50 stocks here. But this scan is still watching the entire market. You're only showing 50 on your screen at a time. And you really don't need to show that many, because you can tell right here we only need like 10 stocks showing, because they're all popping up to the top. So you're not limiting yourself by saying, hey, just the top 50, because it's not the top 50. It's still all the stocks, but it's going to be the top ones that are moving. So if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, here's the link. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know how good of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know how good of a job I'm doing. Watch the videos over and over again. It's like going to see a movie. You catch different parts each time you see it. So watch them until this information soaks in. In the bottom below each video is a link to our Discord channel. That's it. I just posted it in the chat. Join our Discord, where there's over 1,000 investors over there doing the same thing that we do every morning. They're using these tools. Once you get to Discord, accept the disclaimer. All the channels will pop in. Then head over to the how-to videos if you don't know how to install these scripts and learn how to install them. Right below that channel is the current setup. Those are the 3 files that will give you this setup over here with these labels and this volume spike column. If you still have trouble after watching the videos on how to install them, leave us a message over in the support channel. If I can't get to you, somebody will. Over on our Discord, we have lots of instructors posting stock picks, giving up their information. We have It's Me Bob. He's teaching the basics of options. And I believe you can take that course deeper with him if you want to do a one-on-one. I think he can help you out in that area. He posts live streams whenever he has enough participants, and it seems that his participant list is growing. Over on the trading floor, we have River Place Dad and Gregster posting stock picks most of the day. They do their homework. They're looking up these stocks and putting them out there for you to take a look at. So I hope you're enjoying this morning's live stream. I'm testing a new indicator here, and it's watching for the slightest movement in the market. It'll be launched hopefully this weekend. I'll send it out on Discord where you can find it. So for now, it's Thursday morning. We've only had a couple of movers. We can't control the market, but we can sure let you know when it's happening. So we patiently wait each morning, drinking our coffee, being sociable, and waiting for a stock to pop up. We've simplified it, but you still need to learn. You still need to know about price action, moving averages, crossovers. These make it easier, but they don't give you the true story unless you know what you're looking at. So make sure you learn. And a thank you for joining us this morning. Morning, Lothric, Melanie, Steve 66. Alex, that's a deep subject. I don't want to get into that this morning. If you're not a programmer, you wouldn't know one word I'm telling you, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's just be thankful it was fixed. Good morning, Scott. Can't wait for bull days. We need a bullish market. We're going to make a lot of money. I already know. Most of you don't understand what I put in front of you until it happens. Once it happens, you'll be a believer. Greg, I think some of you get the longer videos. I think they alternate them. I really don't have any control over them. Some of them get long ones, some of them get short ones, some of them don't get one. Kind of a quiet market this morning. Absolutely nothing happening down here or up here. I actually thought Grom and LVGN would actually do something this morning. They both had news, but the buyers didn't accept it. Good morning, Kyle. So it looks like you got time to fill that coffee cup. If you want to go do it. Very quiet this morning. So if you've noticed, if you're new here, we're sorted by volume spike. We are not sorted by percent change or volume. The reason for that is usually in pre-market, most stocks don't have volume. But once the volume takes off, that's where this indicator comes in. It spots it right away, lets you know this one's starting to move. This one down here in testing is going to let you know even before this one fires up. This one's going to say, hey, they've been buying it slightly for 30 minutes. It's all about numbers. You just watch numbers grow in both columns. Good morning, Jimmy. Really slow morning. This is more like a Friday, and it's only Thursday, right? Not too much activity at all. Jimmy, I'm testing a new indicator right here. This one's looking back 30 minutes and letting us know if someone's buying a couple of shares here or there in the last 30 minutes. So we're going to watch numbers grow in this column before they even hit the spike. The purpose of this one was I'm trying to get us in near the bottom so we can get all the profit that we can out of them before they start skyrocketing. So if we can catch them moving for the last 30 minutes secretly under the table, we'll have a better shot at making more profit. Same scan. Both of these are the same scan, just a different indicator. You know me well. I'm trying to squeeze every drop of juice out of the market I can find. In these tough times, we need every penny we can get. That's correct, Jimmy. So if they're barely moving, we'll know here first before we know here. So just like above, we watch for numbers increasing. as they're increasing and get higher up the scale, they'll start changing colors. So it really is a momentum scanner. It's picking up any momentum in the stock that happens, but only going up. I have not written the code for shorters if they're short selling. I'm going to have to write this code in reverse, and I can't put them together because I can't tell it to look for stocks going up and down. Mainly because I used all the colors ThinkorSwim has to get this one going. So if you looked at it and it had both codes, you wouldn't know if it was going up or down because the numbers would be increasing in both. So it'll probably end up being two columns, one for long and one for short. Yeah, if I don't stop putting indicators out there, we're all going to end up with 20 monitors. I guess if the money allows it, that's okay, right? If we're making money. Pretty sure I can do it, Bob. I've got negative numbers in this volume spike, indicated by red. I could probably just turn these to red and green as well. I'm still thinking on it. I kind of like that it goes from white up to dark red, the stronger it gets. Turning red towards the 100, letting you know it may run out here. Or I could just eliminate the colors and make them all white. And because you're going to be clicking on the higher number anyway, which will be at the top of the list. Color really don't make you money, the number does. So the Momo scan is totally different than what this is doing. The Momo scan is kind of like this one. When they start moving, they appear. This one's looking before they appear here and before the Momo scan. So it is a momentum, but a very sensitive one. I'm not a sound guy. I don't want things dinging every time something moves. I think that would be annoying to me. I know a lot of you don't like sitting here looking. You want to be called to the table when the food is served, so to speak. Me, I don't want to be that far away. Could miss quite a few cents, dimes, quarters by the time you finally got settled in. Yeah, that blue stripe does interfere with the color, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's all about how big the number is. That's probably how we're going to have to use it. But I have people that like colors, some people that don't like colors, some people like sound, somebody don't like sound. It's a fine line to cross to try to make everybody happy. Good morning, Chuck. Yeah, we have about 30 seconds to go before the top of the hour. Let's see if something will pop in. I'm not seeing anything being built up down here, though. But we'll see. This is our second chance. Good morning, Coach and Back Road. Let's see what happens here at 7 o'clock. Lots of red coming in. Well, I guess that tells the story of how today's going to go. I wonder why this one didn't pop up on my scanner. Thank you, Steve66. Sometimes some of them slip through the cracks, and I've never figured that out. Maybe it's just ThinkorSwim. Yeah, 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock are the best pre-market times. Seeing some activity, but nothing growing. I'm watching numbers down here as well. This one did pop in on the new indicator. I'm thinking the volume is so low it hasn't really triggered, but I don't know what happened in this first candle. It should have triggered here. And again, everybody's scan refreshes at a different time. Your scan could have refreshed before my scan. And that delay could be as much as 5 minutes between yours refreshing before mine refreshes. Thank you, Lewis. I'm digging into it deep, putting all that knowledge to work. I don't know if any of you caught the short video about marking a column. Actually, it's marking a row. So let's say, for instance, Grom takes off in pre-market, and you don't want to lose track of it. You can right-click on the column and select Mark Row, and it'll stay blue. If you go click on something else, it'll let you know there's your Grom that you're watching. Even though you get away from it, it's still going to be slightly highlighted. So as they spike here, you can turn them light blue by marking them and keep an eye on them as they keep continuing to come back. If you're tired of watching it, then you just right-click on it and unmark it, and it'll go away. It's a handy little tool. Thank you, Pedro. I'm glad I could help you out. Grom is bouncing around. I don't see where there's much money to be made unless you could catch it. But is it going to come back up once it goes down is the question. Lots of red, lots of volatility. Not my favorite kind of trade. You can see ICCM moving. Always watch the amount of money between these numbers. Like it's only moving 2 pennies each time. There's not a whole lot of money there. Take a look at the SPY and see if it's decided to go up. Still floating along sideways. Not too impressed. ICCM making another move, couple pennies at a time. Looks like the market's waking up, but I don't see anything really increasing. Like a few trades are going through and then it stops. Really need these numbers to take off. If you notice, Grom is still down here on this new indicator because it's been moving for the last 30 minutes or more. So all of these stocks that are listed here have been moving for at least 30 minutes. See, yesterday's stock VVOS popped back in here and now disappeared. FEMY moving around. It's been moving all week, I believe. Never really got anywhere, been bouncing up 10, 20 cents. So far, nothing worth buying this morning. Couple of cheaper stocks took off, but didn't get very far. While we're kind of calm, I'm going to go fill my coffee cup. Give me a couple minutes. All right. Figures I walk away and we get one. I hope you guys caught that 550 to 650 move. Maybe I should go get coffee more often. You guys might make a few dollars. Funny how that happens. Nothing until I walk away. Who loves lunatic? It's probably because your scan didn't refresh at the time it took off. That's one of the ThinkorSwim downfalls. We don't all refresh at the same time. Kind of why it's good to have a group. It may refresh on someone else's computer and they post it, and then later it pops up on yours. So if we're all watching the volume spike, we shouldn't miss anything. If everybody posts what they see. That's how we can overcome the scan delay. We could have a pullback move here. I'll zoom in a little tighter. See what happens on this one. From 576 to 660. Providing it turns around, that is. There's some good money here if we can get it to turn around. We don't have the volume really. The volume is low. Might have just been some institutional buyers coming in and then everything died. Good morning, Sonia. I very seldom short stocks. I've been focused so long on buying pullbacks. That's my specialty. But you can also short, according to this up here, you can see the negatives coming in red. This indicator works both ways. I guess I'm a pullback scalper is what I am. Sonia, I mainly play pre-market, and in pre-market, some stocks don't have any volume until news comes out on them, and then all of a sudden they take off. That's the purpose of this volume spike indicator. So they can go from zero volume to millions of shares traded in a matter of minutes. That's what we're looking for here. So once you see these numbers start rising, we click on them and check them out. So there's no preset number. We just like to monitor this label over here and make sure there's lots of volume coming in as it's moving up or down. I don't trade on mobile, so I can't answer that question. I know these indicators will show up. And these are special indicators. They include volume spikes and all of that. I know you can load this one. I don't think you can add this to a watch list on a mobile. But I could be wrong. I actually traded on my mobile once, and I was so afraid I couldn't get out of it fast enough. There's just too many clicks to buy and too many to sell on the mobile. Looks like VSME may have been just some pumpers pumping it up and bailing, hoping to hang somebody with a profit. Sonia, you have to load the indicators for it to pop up. Normal charts don't look like this, but I know I have this on my mobile, but I'd never tried to even install this. VFS is very low volume. Got to have enough movement so you can get in and get out quick. When it's this low, you may have to hang on just to sell it. It's moving nicely though, on very low volume. Eddie, you are correct. You have to install it on your platform, on your computer, and then you can bring it up on your mobile device. You cannot install it directly on a mobile device. But you can install it on your home PC or on your iPad and then bring it up on your phone. Well, I haven't been able to get a play this morning. It's kind of been iffy. Small gains with the losses right behind them. SPY is taking a nosedive. Let's take a look at that real quick. Negativity working our way up to that 8 o'clock hour where things start slowing down as if they're not slow enough. VFS looks good. It's kind of holding and climbing slowly. I don't like these tall candle wicks on the top though. That means the sellers are driving it back down as minute it comes up. Good morning, old thumb. Good morning, Jesse. Not much activity this morning. I was sure hoping for a better day. But I've been hoping for a better day for 3 years now. One day those prayers will be answered. VSME, no, it's VFS trying to make a move here. Or maybe it's just those that thought I missed it back here. I'm not missing it again. Being close to 8 o'clock, I'd be cautious about trying to jump in. They're going to sell off before market open. Happens every morning. We watch them drop. SXTC may make a move here, low volume, so be careful. Might just be a couple people hoping it moves. That spells danger right there. Let's take a look at the SPY and see how the SPY is holding up. And it's not, it's holding down. Negative sentiment in the market. Do my last walkthrough for today. This is the 7:30. I guess I missed it kind of slightly. It's 8 o'clock now. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkorSwim coder, and I write my own scripts. I coded the volume spike indicator to let us know the moment a stock starts moving up or down. As soon as we see it moving, we see these numbers rising, we click on it. Over here, I coded a pullback strategy. Consists of the 5 and the 13 moving average. When a stock spikes over here, we wait for a crossover of these moving averages, and we like to see white arrows coming in that tells us there's an increase in volume. We monitor this first candle, and it's indicated by a label that'll pop in up here telling you it's bullish or bearish. We monitor the volume down here. I have also coded a buyers and sellers to let you know if there's more buyers or sellers in the overall volume. We monitor that the stock has lots of volume before getting in so we can get out safely. Also have a YouTube channel that explains all of these indicators that I've created over the time and through the years. Join our YouTube channel, subscribe, watch the videos, watch them over and over and over so you learn. Let this information soak into your brain. It's not out there anywhere. I'm the creator, so you kind of have to learn what these indicators do. Don't just jump in there and start trading. They work very well. So watch the videos, start learning. Leave me a comment on the videos. Subscribe, like the videos. Let YouTube know how good of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know how good of a job I'm doing. We also have a Discord channel. The link to that is below each video in the description. I'll post a link to the Discord in the chat. Once you join our Discord, accept the disclaimer so that all the channels will pop in. You'll see a channel over there called Current Setup, and it'll help you get set up with these indicators on your own system so you can trade live. Each indicator functions only on live data. It's not relying on what happened in the past to make its decision. It's live as it happens. Currently testing this indicator. This is letting us know if any stocks have been moving slightly in the last 30 minutes. This one will be coming out hopefully this weekend. It's currently in testing. Over on our Discord, there's over 1,000 people. They're sharing knowledge, posting stock picks. We have It's Me Bob, who gives his pointers on options. He also holds a live stream when there's enough participants, and his list is getting bigger each time. We have the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad posting stock picks. They post some pretty good stocks, so go over there and check them out when you get a chance. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is delayed sometimes, and you could lose money if you trade off my screen. Make sure you get set up on your own system. And I thank you for joining us this morning while we patiently wait on market open. At 8:05, I'll be taking a 10-minute break. Once I return, we'll set up for market open about 8:25. Thank you for joining us this morning as we patiently wait on something to happen. Another penny stock trying to move here. That was a good indication. It posted here first, and about 30 seconds, 40 seconds later, it popped in up here on the spike. That's a good indication it's working as it's supposed to. BTTR selling off, as most stocks do before open. Let's see if they pump one up before market open. I don't think it's going to be likely this morning, but we'll see. Not even one thought about buying a stock this morning for me. Hopefully one of you caught a couple of moves and made something. Has not been an impressive pre-market today. Very light volume on VSME. It's kind of like, do I get in before market open or do I wait? That's what they're thinking here. I know my decision is to wait for a pullback after market open. Unless they come in and just start buying it up, I'll get in. I'm not seeing that happening right now. All right, traders, I'm going to take a 10-minute break, stretch these old bones and muscles. I shall return in about 10 minutes. All right, I am back. Doesn't look like I missed anything. Hopefully we have a good launch for market open. Pre-market was not impressive this morning. Looks like VSME may be the strongest play for this morning at market open. It is holding its price level. Hope Mother Nature don't knock me out. We are experiencing some heavy rain and it's supposed to get worse with high wind. So if I disappear, keep on trading. That means my power went out. And they do say that could happen, but I hope not. The SME being pumped up here before market open. Maybe that's the play of the day. Maybe the only play of the day. About 6 minutes, we'll set up for market open. I'll be changing this scan to the all stock scan. I'll be changing both of these actually. VSME is on the top of the list on the new indicator. Thank you, James. Maybe this indicator will nail which one's going to be the play of the morning at market open by being here on the top. That's correct, Jimmy. I'm going to do that in about 1 minute. Actually, we can do it now. So right click on volume spike name, edit formula, change these zeros to 100. Got to change both of them now. It's a different script. If you haven't changed over to the new V-Spike, it's going to say version 2. Make sure you do. Click apply and OK. I'm going to change this scan to the all stock scan, and this one as well. And we were on VSME. I see it's not even in the list up here, but it is down here. See what I can put this one on. Let's do gap and run. Let's see if some slow crawlers. Let's do that. Well, gap and run will be fine. I haven't looked at it in a while. Gap and run's a pretty good scan as well. So these will be stocks that gapped open higher than yesterday's close when the market opens. Take a quick look at the SPY, see where it's headed before the market opens. Still holding down there at the bottom. See, these moving averages are pointing down. We may drop at open, so be careful. Looks like VSME is going to pull back before market open. About 6 minutes to go yet. Still got time to refresh that coffee cup. FEMY is holding its price as well. I'm kind of not liking that one though. I'm favoring VSME more for some reason. BURN looks pretty good here. It's not available yet. I only have it in testing. We're kind of watching it this morning. So if you haven't been here at market open, this column is going to get very volatile. You won't know which one's good or which one's bad. They're all going to be moving. Hopefully not all red, but they probably will be. I usually wait till the market calms down, play the pullbacks on the ones that spike up at open. So be careful and good luck to everybody. I think I'm going to sort this one up here by mark percent change, and let's monitor the top gainers. It won't be so volatile that way. The SME is down. Got 1 minute to go. EURN is holding its price. GOVX. Going to be a shot in the dark, I think. So if you get lost up here, you can always come down here and look for the highest number. Yesterday, the ones that were at the top of the list were the performers. and good luck. The SME looks like it's going to run up, but don't be excited, it may not. I'm watching other indicators. FEMY is pulling backwards. I'll be marking the high and the low of this candle. See which direction we head. Let me get rid of this line. Actually, I'll leave that one. That's pre-market high. We're gone into a halt. I don't know why this stock is hung up there. It's not trading. So this would be the top of the list, the VSME. So it did call out the morning gainer or the morning gapper. Let's see what EURN is doing. It's kind of just staying up there at that level. Thank you, Bob, for reminding us. You even reminded me. I'm guilty. So this is 2 days in a row that this Momo watch nailed the opener with the right stock. Hopefully it'll do it again tomorrow. If that's the case, might be a good opportunity to buy the open and get out before the halt. Not seeing much up here as far as spikes. I see Grom is moving now. Might be good for a pullback for about 20 cents maybe. I'd like to see a stronger pullback than that, though. I like to see them come down about halfway of this first candle, or this long green candle. So down in this area somewhere. Sometimes they don't make it, sometimes they do. There it is right there. That's what I like to see. Now let's see if it sells off or returns back up to the high. Looks like the buyers are stepping in. There, you can see the long wick at the bottom. There it goes. Might go back up to retest the high. It could fail still. I'm not purchasing this one. Moving averages are pointing north, and it's getting weak. FEMY is falling off a cliff. Looks like Grom is going to fail. The SME should come out of a halt. Looks like it gapped up when it resumed and sold off immediately. That's a trap. That's hard on the pocketbook when that happens. That's why I don't like playing those first candles. Let the market calm down. Little penny stock CEI on the move. I don't play pennies. You'll have to monitor that one on your computer to see what VSME is doing. It's returning back up. May go into another halt if it can break that high. Or may run into resistance right here. The SME setting a new high. Probably go into a halt if it continues. So VSME still on the top here. A new indicator. It was this morning's performer. Definitely confirmed. Have a good one, Toby. Good job. So we did pick out VSME and Grom this morning, and both of them were pretty volatile. I don't like getting caught in halts. That's why I hate playing market open. I'm going to buy shares. I'm going to buy a lot of shares, and you don't want to get stuck in a halt with a lot of shares. Sometimes I think I should just buy 100 and settle for a cup of coffee, but just can't bring myself to do it. Save the money and throw it all at the good one. These kind of stocks, I don't want to have to guess what the next move is. If I'm guessing what the next move is, I just consider it a no purchase. Want these indicators pointing north, stiff and straight up? That's my entry, not something that's bouncing around volatile where you got to guess at it. My money's worth more to me than that. See gap and run here. SXTC, very low volume, and they are always low volume here. Gold. Good job, Sonia. Amen, MB. That's why I'm here. It's all about common sense, not about an anxiety play or, hey, it's moving, get in. Got to have discipline. Joe, you have to join our Discord. That's where all the files are and the how-to videos. Yeah, I'm thinking VSME is going to run out of steam here soon, too. But who knows? It's the stock market. It's not predictable. Looks like we're into another halt. Good morning, Sheo. I guess it wasn't a halt. Maybe it was a pause. It did stop trading for a second. Still at the top of the list on the new indicator. BSME still climbing. I think it's going to run out of steam here quick. I'm watching the tick chart pull back. Keep getting these little bursts upwards. Probably going to be a sell-off here on VSME. Could even go to a halt down. Seeing lower highs on the tick chart on VSME. It's not obvious here, but it is on the tick chart. Pull it up for you so you can see it. Here's the lower highs. Looks totally different when you're looking at a 1 minute compared to the 133. Good job, Alfredo. CEI looks similar to VSME. So I'm kind of impressed here because it's not volatile at market open. It pretty much just nails the top runners. Don't get lost in the cloud up here. I'm impressed. 2 days in a row, it's done right. 3 days would be nice. The rest of my life would be even nicer. Casey, it's measuring percent gain, but it's measuring it over a 30-minute period. So it's looking back for stocks that were barely moving. So say somebody bought 100 shares 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes later, somebody bought 5,000 shares. It's watching all of that. So it's letting us know before the big volume comes in that these stocks for the last 30 minutes have been moving up. So it's monitoring 30-minute periods. Jimmy, don't feel bad. I've done that before. I've actually had my hand on the mouse, and you know how you get those twitches, those muscle twitches, as an older person, and actually buy one and not even intend to buy it. But actually, I got lucky that day and made $700 the day that happened over a twitch in my finger. It definitely went the other way. So I learned to leave my finger off of the click button when my hand's resting on the mouse. Casey, maybe by this weekend. I think it will be this weekend. I think it's impressing everybody that's watching it. I know I'm impressed. I think they're going to be safer plays, just like that. It never left the top position, and it's still going. It's not even, well, it's up here now because it spiked. I think these two tools are really gonna nail it for everybody. Early entry, volume spike kicks in, take profit, get out. Joe, you got to get it off of Discord. You're going to have to join Discord. Go over there to support. We're in a trading session, and we try not to do any support tickets in trading. These live sessions are for instructions, not for trying to configure a script. So please take it over to Discord. Post me a message in support. If I am not there, somebody will try to help you. You are welcome, Melanie. Takes most of the guessing out of it, wouldn't you think? All the guessing and all the searching. Of course, you still got to guess when to get in and when to get out, but that's a good habit to have to have. At least we have a choice. And we're not waiting on one at a time to pop up. We have multiple choice. And it's free. And we don't get charged for trades. What more could you ask for? It's selling off now, but man, it was in the list in pre-market. It was letting us know the whole pre-market, VSME, and what was the other one, GROM? It was on top of both of them. And EURN was in that list. So once you get it, you're going to have that trust and confidence. I think once I release it, I think everybody should play with it for a while. Keep watching the morning opens, the morning pre-markets, till we know 100% that this thing is accurate. I believe it is, but you still have to have confidence to trust it. But it's only been accurate for 2 days. That's not like a long time testing period. Tomorrow, if it's successful, 3 days. That's like buying 3 winning stocks in a row, providing you make the proper entry. Jay, that would be a question for support. Please take it over to Discord. Could be a minor issue. Just make sure you're looking in the all stock scan and not pre-market. That your price range is set to your price range. So every one of them in this list has gone up. Some of them were rough rides, though. I wouldn't call all of them perfect. I'm mainly interested in these top two during pre-market and at market open. 2 a day would be great, especially in an awful market. So this one's watching for the first candle only. This one's watching 30 minutes back for activity. Not necessarily did it hit a higher or a low or anything like that. It's mainly looking back for volume and buyers and sellers. You know me well enough. I'm a volume buyer and seller guy. I don't care about the other stuff. Who's winning, the buyers or the sellers? You join the right side. So if you set your all stock scan to your price range only that you want to trade, this would be a lot more accurate even. Sorry about that. Had a important phone call. ICU looking good. It's held its price ever since it came up. The volume is kind of low and pauses. I see VSME left the list after that run was over. It's looking like the activity's over for today almost. Got a black screen on the volume spikes. Still have our 30-minute list down here, which is good to keep an eye on. I haven't actually monitored it all day long. I don't sit here all day. But it may pull us through each day all day long. I see CCL is in that list. Or was, now it's below it. So these numbers are kind of similar. If they're falling, the stock price is falling as well. If they're rising, the stock price is rising. Just like positive volume and negative volume in the spike. So I think if we use it like yesterday with the volume spike right beside it, we can monitor this list as they spike. Take a look at the SPY and see what the SPY is doing. It's definitely down. Well, since the market's dead, I'm going to call it an early in here. I appreciate everyone that joined me this morning. Hopefully we'll keep getting some good results out of this new indicator. I think we will. I'm building confidence as we go. Hope you made a few dollars this morning. It was a tough market. Even in pre-market was tough. I know some of you made a few dollars. That was great. And thank you everyone for joining me. And as always, God bless. I'm out of here. You're all welcome. Bye-bye.